became a career firefighter with the Howard County Department of Fire and Rescue Service, the chief of the medical division, or EMS, the unofficial historian of the Howard County Department of Fire and Rescue Services. Over 65,000 digital images and newspaper articles, magazine articles, etc. Episode 24-17, December 23rd, 1981. I entitled this episode, You Always Need to Be Ready for the Unexpected. On that particular evening, I had done an EMT practical in Frederick at the United Steam Fire Company number 3 on Market Street. I had left the practical late in the evening, making my way home. The further east I got, getting back to Lisbon, the foggier the weather was becoming. And by the time I was nearing my home, I was encountering probably the worst fog that I had ever encountered in my life. I mean, visibility was sort of less than zero, so to speak. About a mile from my home, I heard that Communications was dispatching the Lisbon Volunteer Fire Department for a cardiac call in their first due area, at that time about 7 miles away from where I was. And they were also dispatching the Damascus Volunteer Fire Department from Montgomery County to respond as well. They were going to be providing the ALS support for this particular call. On a good day, it would have taken Damascus 15 minutes or so to arrive on the scene. And on that particular night, because of the incredibly dense fog, it would have taken them a half hour or longer to get there, I am sure. I had my portable radio with me. I called Communications right away, told them I was almost home, that I would get home, pick up my vehicle, staff vehicle, which was ALS equipped, and that I would be responding. I did indeed do that. I responded to the location. And again, not to beat a dead horse, but it was by far the foggiest I'd ever seen, the densest fog that I'd ever seen. I knew exactly where I was going. I'd been down those particular streets, hundreds of times. There were moments that I felt lost. I didn't know where I was. And I was experiencing vertigo, meaning disorientation. And I was only, had two, either up or down or left or right. That's all I had to worry about, left and right. I wasn't in an airplane that had to worry about altitude, but I was becoming disoriented and it started to suffer just a little bit of vertigo. That's just how bad it was. The Lisbon unit, Ambulance 45, was responding with two excellent EMTs, Wayne Sharp and Charlie Sharp. Both of them at that time were actually involved in taking the CRT program, and they were excellent students, both knowledgeable and with skills. And I eventually arrived on the scene, came into the residence, into the back bedroom, and interacted with those two gentlemen who were working on the patient, who was conscious, having some difficulty, discomfort, etc. What you're going to hear will be the actual radio communications with the hospital and with the consulting center back in 1981. That's how far back this call goes. ALS was sort of in its infancy, and also back then establishing consulting with a hospital, a cardiac center was next to mandatory. So what you're going to be hearing will just be my call to the cardiac center, giving them information. They'll be giving me instructions. We are going to be transporting this patient to Montgomery General Hospital. And as you'll hear me say multiple times, because of the very foggy conditions, it was going to be at least 45 minutes to an hour or more for us to get to the hospital once we began transport. But what you're going to be hearing will be the communications, exchange of information that I gave the cardiac center and the instructions they gave me. And again, reinforcing the 45-minute to 1 hour ETA. Please understand, for those of you who are EMS providers today, things were much different back then as far as things that we could do, not do, skills, etc. But this is about as good as it's going to get back in the day, some 43 years ago. So take a listen to this and listen to the tape. I will let you know right up front that this is going to have a Paul Harvey ending to it. You know, Paul Harvey was a radio commentator that always told some very, very interesting stories. And towards the end, he'd always stop and say, and now for the rest of the story. So this is going to be one of those moments also. So take a listen. Try not to be too harsh on me because, again, this was ALS EMS back in 1981.
Hey, Marcy. Yes, this is Howard County Medic 1 in Western Howard County requesting cardiac consultation. Montgomery County General Hospital will be receiving hospital. When you get a chance, I'll give an updated set of vitals. Montgomery MRC here. We have Howard Medic 1 right to Montgomery General. Have Montgomery monitor only. It will be cardiac consult at City Hospital.
Montgomery General?
EMRC Montgomery General, do you copy me? Howard Medic 1 is en route to Montgomery General. Have them monitor only. They will be in cardiac consult with City Hospital.
Okay, you want to use the patch then on telephone?
That's correct.
Okay. They're going to go through here?
That's correct.
Okay, they'll come up and you can tell them.
Okay.
Montgomery General?
Montgomery EMRC here. We have Howard Medic 1 en route to location with a cardiac case. Please monitor only at this time. It will be in cardiac consult with Baltimore City Hospitals.
I copy. Go ahead.
City CCU, this is Howard County Medic 1. We're on the scene of a possible MI. We have a white female, age 59, 160 pounds. Correction, 55. Okay, chief complaint at this time, patient is vomiting, has had some dyspnea. Patient has a numbing sensation in the left arm and a substernal chest pain. Patient describing it as going all the way through to the backbone. Patient is responsive this time to dermal stimulation, however, is somewhat sluggish in response. Vital signs as of 0045, blood pressure 140/92, pulse 84, respiration 12. Patient pupils are equal and reactive. Patient's only significant medical history, pneumonia approximately 1 month ago. Patient is on no medications. Patient has no known allergies. ETA to the closest medical facility due to extremely foggy conditions. Montgomery County General Hospital, ETA 45 to 60 minutes. Present treatment, we have the patient on 4 liters of nasal O2. We are monitoring the patient. We see what appears to be a sinus rhythm with a possibly marginally elevated ST segment. We also have an IV D5W at a KVO rate. Can you advise any further, City? Howard 21, can you send me a strip, please? Yes, stand by. Did you copy? That's affirmative, Howard 21. There was one at copy B just as I was getting ready to send a strip, and it went off the scope before I could tell whether it's ventricular or atrial in nature. Go ahead, doctor. We missed it here. Here we have a sinus rhythm at about 80. It looks here. Go ahead and give the patient a bolus of 100 milligrams of lidocaine IV. Okay. And continue the oxygen and then transport. Okay, we're run it across. Put it on one again. Okay, we're getting a couple premature beats once again. Here we go. Let me give you another strip, doctor. Stand by, please. Okay. We got more paper for this thing somewhere. Doctor, you on board again? Did you capture that one beat? No, we missed it, but that's okay. Go ahead and give the lidocaine. Okay. And recontact us if there's any change in the rhythm or if you have any difficulties or any change in the vital signs. Okay, doctor. So your standing orders right now are to go ahead and administer 100 milligrams of lidocaine and go ahead and prepare the patient for transport and go ahead and transport to the hospital. No need to contact further unless any further difficulties. Is that correct? That's affirmative. Fantastic. Okay. Howard County Medic 1 out. Howard County Medic 1 to Montgomery County General ETA be approximately 45 to 60 minutes, and that's due to extremely foggy conditions. Howard County Medic 1 out, KU 6596. Dr. Harrison, thank you very much. Righto. EMRC. Hold, please. Howard County Medic 1. Your patient arrested? Yes, patient arrested. Already. Same receiving hospital, correct? Medic 1, you're still going to Montgomery General, correct? Yeah, they're still going to Montgomery General. All right.
Montgomery.
Get the MRSC, give me Montgomery General back.
Want another patch?
That's correct. Our patient arrested on.
Stand by.
Yeah. Make sure you line shut down. Montgomery General. Get the paper out. Montgomery, monitor only. Paramedic 1's patient arrested on.
Copy.
Monitor the pulse. Make sure we got a good pulse. Let's get a face mask go too. City, you there? Okay, we got medic. Howard, make 1 back. Our patient arrested on. Go ahead, medic 1. You got it. Okay, listen, doctor. Okay, no serious signed off. Our patient went into VFib just prior to our administration of lidocaine. We defibrillated the patient 300 watt seconds, and the patient did convert. We do have the patient back at this time.
Did you give the lidocaine?
No, we're giving the lidocaine. No, lidocaine in. Okay, the lidocaine has just gone in.
Okay, go ahead and send me another strip then.
Okay, okay, stand by for a strip. Okay.
Normal signs for them at 90. Vital signs?
Okay, we're getting a set of vital signs right now. The patient, let's see, what was it later? Patient was a VFib for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15. For approximately 1 minute when we defibrillated, we got in under the 60-second time limit. Patient converted back to the rhythm that you're seeing right now within 10 seconds after defib. Do you feel like 100 milligrams of lidocaine will hold, doctor?
I doubt it. I think you'll have to give some more. Say in about 20 minutes, you'll probably need to give another bolus of 100 milligrams on your way in.
Okay, so wait for 20 minutes?
Right.
Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and get on the backboard.
You have the vital signs for me?
No, we're getting those right now. Okay, pulse 92, blood pressure, is this at 132 over 90? Okay, as of 0100 hours, talked to 1 minute ago, doctor, blood pressure 132 over 90, heart rate 92.
Okay, is she breathing spontaneously
Yes,
without any difficulty?
No, well, she had some difficulty breathing when we were talking to you before, and right now she is communicating. Level of consciousness does not seem to be affected. Well, let's see. Did we lose a lead? Don't make me nervous. Okay. Alrighty, doctor. Once again, you're recommending to no further lidocaine except in about 15 minutes?
You don't have facilities to set up an infusion, do you?
Our protocol is not in effect for that, doctor.
Okay. Well, at 1:15 then, give the patient another bolus of 100 milligrams of lidocaine.
Okay, at 01:15, we're to bolus the patient with another 100 milligrams of lidocaine. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Fantastic. Anything else, doctor, before we sign off again? Would you like us to recontact once we get in the ambulance? It's going to be 10 minutes before we do that.
Only if you have some change in the vital signs or there's some change in the rhythm then. Otherwise, just go ahead and transport.
Okay. We'll do that, doctor.
Okay.
Howard County Medic 1 to MRC and Montgomery County. ETA is still at that 1 hour. Howard County Medic 1 out, KT 6096.
Please use your remaining heartbeats wisely and not waste a single precious one.